Hi, my name is Emily Augustine, and I'm currently a freshman at San Diego State University, and I'm a journalism major. I would say, in my experience in high school and even a little bit before that, I made an effort to explore my possibilities by joining a lot of clubs and extracurriculars at my school. And I find it very helpful with helping choosing your major or what you want to do as a career, because that way you get to experience things and not only make friends, but find skills that you like and learn new things and find your path in life. Like for me, I joined the school newspaper in Newbury Park High School, my high school. And since then, I kind of realized I had a passion for journalism, and that's why I chose to be a journalism major. And if I hadn't signed up for journalism, I don't know if I would have found that out, and I probably would have a different major, or it would be harder for me to find out. But I'm really happy that I signed up, because that way I was able to figure out what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go in life. And so I'm really thankful for the clubs. So join a club, join an extracurricular. That's my best advice for you. It's dependent on a lot of things. First is your area of study, like, what school has, the best program for what your area of study is, whether it be math or science or, liberal arts. Another is location. For me personally, I wanted to stay in California, so that's why I chose to only apply to schools within California, and I applied to one school out of state, a school in Arizona, but for the most part I wanted to stay in California, so that's why I applied to California schools mostly. For me, I encountered three different kinds of applications. There was a University of California application, a California State College application, and a general online application that was for the Arizona school. I'm not sure specifically what kind that one was, but the University of California application is a lot of writing, a lot of things to fill out. It takes a lot of time and effort to really put it together and finalize it and submit it. So that one takes a lot of effort, but the California State application, it's, just a series of, fill in the blank, like multiple choice questions where you like fill in a selection that's already like an option for you. So it's less writing based and more fill in the blank. My point being, some applications take really long and some don't take as long. So you just need to make sure that you know what you're doing and just figure it out. You'll know, like, based on what school, like what kind of application you need. But you need to make sure that you have like things to fill your application, make sure you get good grades, have good, clubs, good recommendations from your teachers. Got to be nice to your teachers, and you will definitely, look really good on your application. Freshman year, I just finished my first semester of freshman year. So last fall I moved in with four other girls who I had never met before. We had contacted each other prior to seeing each other in person, but we really didn't know each other. But and suddenly we were all just in the same suite. We had to share a kitchen, we had to share, a common room, a living room. And we had such a close bond with each other. Like, we hung out, we had so much fun. You had to remind your roommate to, clean up every now and then, or, it's a lot of communication, and, effective communication is really important when it comes to living with new people. And I find that in college, at least in my experience, a lot of people are really nice and nobody's gonna be mean. A lot of people hear stories of roommate drama and things like that, but I'm lucky enough to not have experienced much of that. And I'm really grateful. So living with new people can be scary, but my roommates that I met are my closest friends right now. I mean, it's definitely a unique take on college that I'm experiencing right now, just because, a lot of things are closed down. We don't have, the freedoms that we usually have. But this year, I've just been hanging out with my roommates. I've been getting food with them. I would draw or listen to music, or, yeah, sometimes I'd be studying, but I guess that's school related. And I would just kind of find ways to entertain myself. Like, I find that I spent a lot of time with my roommates when I wasn't, focusing on class and things like that. But you have a lot of alone time when you're in college. You could choose whether you want to hang out with people or not. You get to have the freedom to do whatever fills your time. What I've noticed is, I mean, for me, I was kind of a what people call a try-hard in a lot of my like primary, secondary school experience. In high school, I was in a lot of like honors, AP, high-level classes, and those are no joke. They work you really hard. You have to study a lot. You really need to try hard to do well in those classes. But judging by my first semester of college, those classes are actually a lot less stressful than the classes I had to take in high school. But the point of working really hard in high school is so that you can get to a good college. So in a way that kind of makes sense, but, and I'm sure my classes will definitely get harder as the years progress and I start to take classes relating to my major and getting serious about my career and everything like that, but yeah, I would say my hardest classes in my school career has been in high school. So an internship, get, I mean, in California, you get paid. It's kind of a paid job, but you're part of a group or a company that does something, and you're basically there to do small tasks for them. And as you do these small tasks for this company, you learn things about the company, and you don't really need prior experience to be an intern. And the point of being an intern is to get the experience you need so that you become better at things. And so my internship specifically was for a startup company because my school has a program that helps people with startup companies. So it's a new company called Hempris, and basically what I'm doing is I'm learning about business, and I'm learning about asking for money and all the steps that you need to take before you take an idea and make it into a product and sell it to people. So that's my job as an intern, and so that's what I'm learning, and it is a learning process because I've never done anything like that before, but my boss is really nice and I get paid. It's really good, and it gives you really good work experience. I've done a lot of grant applications, and if you don't know what that is, like I said, it's just asking other places for free money. It's just like other people investing in your company when it's growing. My boss sends me information, and I turn it into a really pretty PowerPoint for her to present to other people or higher authorities and people who want to give money or help our company. I mean, it's a lot of communication. We just communicate, I follow along, I check the progress of the company, and I'm actually going to attend weekly meetings where where we debrief the progress of the company and just keep going, and I think soon we're going to have our product out on the market in a few months. So we're just kind of working towards making our product into a real thing on the market. My favorite thing about being in college is just the transition from being, a child to being a young adult that's trying to the process of becoming an adult to me is very appealing just because I'm naturally a very independent person. So I'm just excited by the opportunity to get to go out and learn new things and start to have a life of my own and create my own life, my own career. I could come up with, ideas of, what I want my house to look like or what I want my job to be. It's just very exciting because I never came close to that in my childhood. I never kind of thought that far ahead, but now I can start building this life for my own, and it starts in college.